Yo, what's up? So, have you been feeling like you've been practicing for years, but you still don't know how to play? Have you been playing on and off for years and still feel like you don't know how to play? Well, that's me too. I mean, we're gonna fix that right now. You see, that's me too right now. Until I stopped treating playing guitar like a chore and started treating it like actually for what it is, play. Because when you're having fun, you'll keep doing it consistently. And when you play every day, you start to grow without even noticing. And that's why it's called playing guitar. Because you can't, that's what you came here to do. You came to play the guitar. You came to play, all right? So, there's a lot going on in my channel that I was like just fucking jumbled mess. And here's the thing, I'm trying to relate, a lot of spiritual concepts into practical grounded application into my life. And so that's why I'm posting these guitar videos on my channel, because it's relevant. So if you think it's not relevant, it is. But I still have yet to build the fucking content system that works for the vision that I want to create. But I'm doing it in the smallest iterations possible right now. And so what this really is pertaining to the guitar, this isn't about learning songs or memorizing theory. Really, it's about discovering the geometry of sound through feeling, emotion, and muscle memory. Practice isn't discipline, it's play. And play is how consciousness learns itself. The guitar is really just that. An instrument, a tool your soul uses to speak through feeling. And when you pick it up, you're translating energy into sound. You aren't just playing notes, you're channeling what wants to be expressed through yourself. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna utilize this concept of practice through play and playing through practice. And the way that I've done that is I've always heard throughout my guitar journey that you need to practice scales. And the reason why you practice scales is because once you know all the scales, you know all the chords and you know everything else, right? But how can I get myself to be consistent and grow consistently? And the answer is play. And so what I do, I'll show you in this process, and we'll do it together. We're gonna use two scales. Shut up. We're gonna use two scales. Right now, I just learned the C natural minor scale yesterday in a high range, or in a low range and a high range. And so we're gonna learn a new scale today. We're gonna learn a new scale today, the F minor. So we're gonna go through the C natural minor, and then we'll learn the F minor scale together, because I have not done that one yet. But basically it goes like this. So C natural minor, starting on the 3rd fret, we're gonna go the top string, the low string, the low E string. We're gonna go 3, 4, 6. We're gonna go down to the B string and go 3, 5, 6, and then we're gonna go down to the D string and we go 3, 5, 6, and then G string 3, 5, and then B string 4, 6, and then the high E string 3, 4, 6 again. So from top to bottom, we're gonna go 3, 4, 6, 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 4, 6, 3, 4, 6. All right? Now I know that's fast, but look it up on your phone, whatever. You got it, okay? C natural minor. And then I'll show you the lower octave as well. But we're gonna go through that up and down a couple times to get used to it, and then we're gonna play in that scale, not learning other people's songs or any other melodies. We might find some melodies by accident, which is the fun part, but we're gonna play, and we're gonna go away from home, we're gonna go ascending and descending, and we're sometimes gonna come back to home, which would be the C in that scale, right? And we're gonna play with what it sounds like to have fun. We're just gonna play the guitar. All right, so let's start with the C natural minor scale. I'll go through it. Since I've already memorized it pretty quick, it's gonna be quick for me, but you need to take some time to get used to where they're all at and then start playing. And if you do this for 10 to 15 minutes today, this is my method to fix what I have created in myself, which is for years not fucking getting better at guitar, but somehow still being able to play the guitar. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's how I'm trying to get myself out of this. And also it applies to the rest of the knowledge on my YouTube channel because I'm trying to apply, what I speak into what I'm doing. And I'm trying to actually show that authentically and show you my path of growth from when I started making videos to when, who knows how good I'll be if I continue this process over years, right? And so that's the idea, is grounding stuff into practical application of knowledge and not just talking about stuff on YouTube and being like, whatever. Anyway, so you get it. So 3, 4, 6, 3, 5, 6. And then it goes 3, 5, 4, 6, 3, 4, 6. Then we'll go back down. We'll go back down. Wait. I missed one there, but you got to get used to it. So it's just like playing the pentatonic. It's just like practicing the pentatonic scale. You'll get used to it really quick if you just do it. Get that over with, and then start having fun. So once you've done that, I'm gonna do a little experiment, and you're gonna do it with me, and we're just gonna go away from home and play what we feel like playing. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna get curious. What happens when I do this? What happens when I do that? When I go down or when I go up? And what happens when I try to find my way back home when I leave home? And that's the way I'm playing. You can play however you want. You can just get fun and be creative. That's the whole freaking idea, right? You want to get good at using this instrument to channel things through your soul. Anyway, that want to come out of your soul, right? So the other day I was doing this. Something like that, right? Like I was just randomly coming up with shit, right? And that's the idea. Something like that, right? Try to come back home sometimes, try to not. I mean, you see what it is. I'm just having fun with whatever I feel like doing. There is no structure. I'm just doing this off the cuff. I might not be the best guitarist, but that's the idea. Is I'm meeting you where you're at because I'm at the same place, dude. I don't know how, I got tired of trying to read and listen to songs and try to figure out how to play them. I just want to play my own music, damn it. Anyway, so that's what I'm trying to cultivate and create, is become a good guitarist. By muscle memory, I should know where all the notes are in the fretboard, and I should be able to hear a song and be able to be like, oh, I know where that's at. And that's where I'm trying to get to, and this is my method of doing that. I know there's probably a lot of other methods out there online, but this is my way of doing so. So I'm gonna have fun consistently playing different scales and learning. Yes, it's a little bit frustrating in the beginning. So let's go to an F minor scale. You see a good example of how I do that with the C minor scale, but now I'm gonna learn this new scale with you. And so we have the F minor, because I like minor. I don't wanna do major scales right off the bat because they just sound kind of cheesy. And I like minor scales because I like C and F. They just got that dark feeling to them. I just don't know. Makes you feel sad, huh? Anyway, so, all right, so what do we got here? We're going to start from obviously the low to the high, and we're gonna go 1 3 4 1 3 4 1 3 1 3 1 2 4 1 3 4. So just know, I mean, both the E strings are always the same, so duh. But I mean, that should be pretty easy. So let's try to see if we can memorize that real quick. So we're gonna go 1 3 4, right? Yeah, 1 3 4 1 3 4, and then we're gonna go 1 3 1, and then 1 1 2 4, and then 1 3 4 again. So let's see if we can try to memorize that. 1 3 4 1 3 4. All right. I forgot where I was at. 1 3 1 3 1 2 4 1 3 4. Right? So we got basically the whole thing. Now let's go up and down a couple of times to get used to that, and then we'll do the high range too. There's a mid, there's always a low, a mid, and a high, and after the 12th fret, as you should know, everything starts over at the 12th fret. So really, you could just play. The same thing, it's the same. So you can do that, you can use that however you'd like to have fun. Maybe if you find a melody up here, try to play the same thing down here, and that will get it to train it in your brain even more, and all the while you're having fun. You got it? Anyway, so so you see, I messed up one note, but you just got to do that a couple times. Now that I kind of have it down, I mean, they're all very similar. They're just starting out at different root notes, right? So it's not about memory. It's about going through the motions and getting the muscle memory down. Now, how do we get that consistent application of muscle memory to reinforce into our brains what we're doing and where the feeling of that F is? If we don't want to logically store it in a compartment, we want to have it through a subconscious feeling. And the only way to do that is through muscle memory, and the only way to do that is through repetition. And how do we get more repetition? Well, we have fun with what we're doing, so we do it consistently. Because I'm not going to do something that's not fun, and that's why I haven't sat down to play the guitar, because it felt like a chore. You got it? Anyway, so let's try to see what kind of melodies and stuff we can come up with and have fun with in our F minor scale that we have just learned. And then we'll do the mid-range too right after this. And that should be it for this practice through play session here by Achilles. So anyway, all right, so look, see, as I was playing, I just found something that I want to try to get out. Chase that feeling. All right? So I heard something that I felt I wanted to hear after. That's what we're looking for. The more you can bring that shit out of yourself, that curiosity feeling of like, what was that? I want to discover that. That's the feeling we're chasing. And that's what's going to keep you playing guitar for hours without feeling like it's just that. But anyways, if I could get back to what that was. See, I'm trying to play around with where I'm going to get an understanding, but I'm just playing. I'm not doing anything specific. Just messing around, all right? And I'm not the best, and I gotta get my fingers to work. But that's what I'm doing, is I'm getting better through just having fun. And that's what I'm trying to teach you. And that's all I'm trying to share with you. Because that's how I do everything. Is I try to have fun. And I try to tell everybody else to have fun. But anyway, you get the gist. You don't have to listen to my shit. I'm not the greatest, but you got to do this on your own. I mean, fuck playing what everybody else plays. I just want to fucking discover my own sound. Sorry if you don't like my language. But it's just a habit. It's never going to go away. Honestly, I don't even care at this point. But let's do the mid-range real quick, and then we'll go ahead and end this off, and you guys can go and have fun and play on your own thing. But this is my practice method. I'm going to do most of it off camera, you know? I'm just doing this to share it with you guys. So we'll learn the mid-range for the F minor scale right now. And so it's going to start on the A string, and it's going to go 8, 9, 11, go down to D, 8, 10, down, 8, 10, down, 9, 11, down, and then 8, 9, 11. So 8, 9, 11, 8, 10, 8, 10, 9, 11, 8, 9, 11. You got that? So we're going to start on the A string since the F starts on the A string on the 8th fret. So we're going to go 7, 8. We're right here. And you can hear that. And the other one is, yeah, 13, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3, yeah, 1, 3, 1 on the G. The other F is 1 on the G. So, as you go through the scales and you learn a new scale every day and you do this every day, you'll start to find this stuff and you'll start to see where chord shapes can match up. And naturally over time, you'll just unlock the fretboard because you already have the memory and the feeling of knowing where they're at. I don't have to sit here and try to memorize where every F is, because by the time I do this for 30 days, I'll have every single scale in my back pocket pretty much memorized because I've played through all of them and I know the differences. And so that's the idea, is that I'm not trying to force myself to memorize. We're just going to go through it. So, all right. So we go 8, 9, 11, 8, 10, 8, 10, 9, 11, 8, 9, 11. So But that, I don't fully have it memorized. It was the first time I played it up and down without missing anything, right? I don't really actually know this stuff. I'm learning it with you. So, how am I going to go about this? All right, so let's have some fun and see if we can find some of the same melodies that we played up here and see if we can find them down here. Or we can just play around and have fun and see what comes out. No judgment here, all right? So, basically, I don't know why I played the top string because there is none. There wasn't in this scale, but I just happened to did it and it sounded good. It sounded all right, but really it's the same notes on the E string again. I don't even know why. Yeah, why that would be. Yeah, well that would be A flat. So anyway, whatever. This is getting to be too long. I think you get the gist, but anyway, so I'm just gonna do it for a couple more minutes here and we'll just see what we come up with. So. Yeah, see, okay, I don't really have it yet, but what's cool is you'll know when you miss something. And that's what makes it easy and makes it fun. Is once you have the framework and you hear the sound and you go through it a couple times, you'll know when you're missing. So notice that chord shape just happens to fit into the scale. How does that work? Whoa! Anyway, so you see how I'm just messing around. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You don't know what you're doing. Nobody does. Just figure it out. Have fun. Be curious. That's it. That's all it is. That's the practice method. But maybe I'll come on and we'll make some more videos about this particular subject. And I'll continue to learn more scales and we'll learn them together. But anyways, have fun. I'll see you later.